The pandemic has caused a spike in anxiety and depression for many people. A new study claims that has led to an increase in symptoms of eating disorders. Edward Moody reports.
Eating disorders thrive on secrecy, and pandemic shelter-in-place orders have provided just that for millions.
Suddenly, everyone was in isolation, having to change their routine or having a lack of routine and structure.
According to a new study in the International Journal of Eating Disorders, many suffering from anorexia have been restricting their eating more during the pandemic. Others with bulimia and binge eating disorders are doing just the opposite.
With the pandemic, suddenly people were panicking and going to the grocery store. They were afraid things were going to close down. So now, instead of following their normal routine and structure, they have access to food all the time.
Savannah-based counselor Lisa Clark with Water's Edge Counseling says she's been hearing what the study claims from her patients.
A lot of what we work on is just creating a new schedule, kind of like modifying life now that life is different. How are you going to maintain some of your positive behaviors?
Clark tells her patients to get outside regularly. She also says it's important to socialize in person safely or online as much as possible.
You know, get on a Zoom call with friends, talk to other people, how are you doing, and just stay in touch, whether it's, family members or just friends in your city who you haven't been able to see.
She says eating disorders are pretty common in Savannah, in part because so many college students call it home for much of the year.
They struggle with stress and anxiety and a lot of that anyway. And again, sometimes food is a way they can feel like they have control.
If you're struggling with an eating disorder, you find help by calling the National Eating Disorders Helpline. Now that number is provided on the bottom of our screen. Well, still ahead at noon, if you're always trying to disguise your veggies so the gang will eat them, you're going to love what Mr. Food's whipping up today.